The myomo technology was invented in the early 2000s by Dr. Woody Flowers, a professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Dr. Flowers and his team set out to invent an assistive device that would help with basic activities of daily living for people who still had some muscle innervation, but their muscle strength was not strong enough to use their arm functionally. Since 2007, when the device received FDA approval, we have certified hundreds of therapists around the world to use the myomo technology, and many individuals are using the technology at home for therapeutic recovery. Because of the way the device picked up the intent of movement, that it could also be used as an effective rehabilitation tool. So they embarked on a study using it as an assistive device with stroke, using it for repetitive task practice in individuals with chronic injuries.
Early test results show that with repeated use with this device, some stroke patients may regain at least some movement in their arms. That's why doctors now believe that continued or renewed rehab with a different technique, even years after a stroke, can help patients regain function.
According to myomo company officials, results have been seen up to 2 decades after a patient's stroke.
Repetition seems to turn on the brain, which is called neuroplasticity, cause the brain to rewire around the damaged area after the stroke and actually restore some movement.
It's reading the electrical activity from the muscle, which gets the motor to activate to help them with the motion.
The technology is completely driven off of EMG or biofeedback. It uses 2 sensors, one for the bicep and one for the triceps, so it's assisting with flexion and extension at the elbow. When the patient actively contracts, the device flexes, and when they turn off their muscle or relax, the device will passively extend. The therapist can choose which muscle they want the device to actively be picking up the signal from. We start in bicep mode to teach them using the biofeedback to learn how to relax their bicep. Once they've learned to relax or turn off their bicep, they can then move to tricep mode, and in this mode, the device will actively pick up their tricep muscle. Once they've learned how to isolate each muscle, then we move the device into dual mode. It's picking up the signal for both muscles at the same time, how we naturally tend to move. We found this progression to be extremely effective, and we've done many clinical research trials to prove that it works.
Myomo stands for My Own Motion. It weighs about 1.5 pounds and it works wirelessly. Bluetooth technology, allowing the patient to use it in a clinical setting or even take it home.
Can sense when the patient wants to move the muscle, when the muscle's slightly contracting, and it will assist the patient to move the arm.
And myomo can help create new neural pathways in the brain that may eventually help patients move on their own.
It's actually amplifying the muscle signals and helping him move the joint. As the joint moves, his nervous system receives the feedback.
Ultimately, the myomo is relying on him to start, and then where he can't finish, then it'll jump in and help him out.
The accompanying electronic tablet breaks down the numbers.
We could actually see how active it is. 1 bar is telling us it's not really that active. 2, 3 bars, we're getting it to where we want.
We look forward to showing you patients who have progressed through the protocol successfully.
Karcham has been using myomo for less than 3 months and says he has noticed progress not only with his arm.
I've had more tactile feeling in my fingers.
It has changed my life so much. It has given me hope to become normal again.
I think the technology is great. It's actually allowing me to start getting a lot more movement quicker into my right arm.
That's all you.
Wow. Years of therapy for my arm, but never anything like this.
Soon after strapping on the myomo, simple movements that seemed impossible started to happen.
The first time that I saw my hand go up in the air, I'll never forget that moment ever.
If you have any clinical questions, please feel free to email me at ela@myomo.com or visit our website at www.myomo.com. We look forward to partnering with you on our technology.